Well, you're probably thinking that I was supposed to do Black Clover next. Well, don't worry, that'll be next. This is the return, first time in almost a year. Open topics. Actually, it's been a year. This is going to be episode number, I believe it's 22. 22. Now, this one is going to be quite interesting to say the least. It might be a bit lengthy, but yes. In almost 2 years, DC Comics have made a lot of really baffling decisions that a lot of people are really ticked off at them for it. Now, in the case of Marvel, they made some baffling decisions, but not as much as DC. My God, seriously, for them. First of which, let's talk about two characters who were outed. Who should not have been outed in the main continuity. First of which was when he outed Alan Scott as gay. Who the heck thought this was a good idea? By thinking, wait, wasn't he outed as gay in the Earth 2 comic? Yes, he was. But that was no version of him. I had no problem with that. This is the regular in-universe, the one that made his debut back in the 40s, that version. Outing this guy as gay was really stupid. I'm not sure whose idea this was, but this was stupid. And this was done in the pages of Infinite Frontier. An absolute really good series that I thoroughly enjoyed, but this is one aspect I did not like about it at all. Was Alan Scott in the main continuity, the main primary continuity that has been established, and sort of basically a continuation of the stuff basically we had for a long time. I think this Alan Scott is gay. Who is asking for this? Why? Because the Earth 2 one that popped up in 2011? Because that guy was outed as gay? Let's out the real one as gay? Stupid. Just as stupid as when they outed Tim Drake as bisexual. And here's something that I think some people don't know about this. When the writer herself, basically, Megan, for I think her name is, when she decided to do this, I apparently didn't know about this, or someone told me about this. Apparently, the lower tier editors knew about this. The higher-ups at DC Comics knew nothing about this until the Batman Urban Legends issue came out. And so that issue came out outing him as bisexual. They apparently had no idea about this. And all DC is doing with this is basically spitting on the creators of the character. Spitting on Marv Wolfman and Pat Broderick, and also probably taking out Chuck Dixon as well, and many of our famous Batman writers who have basically written Tim Drake since the 1980s. Yes, all this does is spit in their face on all the good character development this character has gone through in the last 30 years. And you just spit on that, just outing him as bisexual because of some fetish some writer basically really wanted to do with an established character who has been straight since the 1980s. Has dated several women. And now he's dating the character named Bernard, who actually popped up in the previous volume of Robin. Yeah, it may appear there, fine. But at what point was this guy ever interested in Robin? If you read the issues themselves, there was nothing in those issues that established the guy was gay. Nothing. And we need to push some gay characters in DC Comics by outing established characters as gay. Despite the fact you already have about gay bad characters. People like Batwoman, Harper Row, her brother Colin. They're basically not straight. Harper is openly bisexual. Batwoman is a lesbian. Oh, because you think they didn't sell too well? So basically, out someone who's completely not it. Now, here's the thing. Now, in case someone like Harley Quinn be out of this basically as sort of bisexual, I have no problem with that at all. It's something people wanted to foresee for years. And yes, people have fanficking it for years. Yes, but I personally had no problem with it at all. It was something that I have been wanting to see with DC Comics long. Heck, even the current writer of Harley Quinn herself basically loves this. Okay, next up is the stuff with having too many bad titles. My gosh, I don't mind the ongoing series, stuff like the Comics, Batman, Batman Legends. I actually love Batman Legends about the stupid Tim Drake story, the Batgirls book, There was the awesome Joker book, Robin, which got canceled. I'm trying to think, what other books are there? There is also Catwoman, obviously. Yeah, the ongoing series. I'm kind of thinking. Oh yeah, also Nightwing as well. Nothing bad about them at all. Um, the problem is there's way too many limited series out right now for Batman. Oh my god. Some of them basically are 10 to 12 issues long. Do we need to have this many going on at the same time? No, not really. No wonder why basically not Harley Batman sales made the top 10 sales in months. Because of all the freaking Bat books. Like, if you want a list of basically, like, current Batman ongoing, Batman limited series out right now, like, here's the ones for you. And this is a shocker for you. Okay, you have Flashpoint Beyond. You're thinking Flashpoint Beyond? Isn't that a Flash story? Well, no, this is a Thomas Wayne story. You also have books like Batman Killing Time, which I think recently wrapped up. There was also Batman Fortress. There is also the Batman White Knight, Batman Beyond Neo Year, Batman White Knight Presents Red Hood. Oh yeah, there's also Superman World's Finest. I actually love this series. Task Force Z, which I don't know if this was a limited series or not. This was because I'm published. Also, here's some ones for you. Dark Knights of Steel, One Night Dark Knight, The Knight. There's, of course, Sword of Azrael, Batman One Bad Day. There's upcoming Riddler Year One, Catwoman Lonely City. But yes, these are all of the current Batman limited series. Like, here's the thing. I love that limited series. I have no problem with them at all. But do we need to have this many? Like, I just list off 10 to 12 of them. Like, I think the most Batman had over the years was maybe 2 or 3, but not freaking 10. And not some that lasted for 10 freaking issues. I mean, aside of Batman Catwoman before that one, here's a fun fact question for you. What was the last Batman limited series to have more than 5 or 6 issues? You're thinking, well, was there a series published in the last, 30 years that had that much? Okay, let me look it up for you. And this is Batman Limited Series. Not ongoing, limited. Okay, for a limited series. What was the last one to basically have that? Batman and World's Finest. This was actually the volume of the series. That was one. There was also Dark Victory. Yes. So you could say it's Batman Super Generations. Yes, definitely. Journey to Night. Yep. Gotham at Night. Yep. So I'd probably say it was the last officially, prior to recently having several of them published at the same time, was, well, Gotham at Midnight. Oh yeah, here's some of the ones basically published and some of them not officially wrapped up yet. Like, these are ones published in just, in the past, year and 9 months. You have the third volume, Batman Black and White, Batman Catwoman, Batman 1989, Batman vs. Bigby, Wolf in Gotham, Batman the Imposter, Arkham City Order of the World, Batman the Knight, Batman 1 Dark Knight, Batman Killing Time, Batman White Knight, Batman Beyond White Knight, the other ones, Killing Time, Fortress, so much stuff. DC Comics. The only reason why DC Comics put out this many Bat books in the past almost 2 years, because money, Batman sells. Despite that, you have other characters like Superman, Flash, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. You have all these really good characters. You gotta get some side limited series. Oh, God forbid we do that. Here's one for you. Do you know there's a Wonder Woman limited series published right now? Yes. Published from the Trial Amazon's crossover. Yep. She's got one. You're thinking, okay, Does Flash have one? I think he has like one or two right now. Let's see. Aquaman currently has got. Actually, no, the other one just wrapped up recently. He's had like two in the past year and a half. Yeah, two. Another problem, basically, I've heard people have had, is with the new milestone imprint stuff, the season one stuff for, like in the case Static Shock, where he supports the stuff related to Black Lives Matter movement. Now, I'm not sure why he was written that way for, but he was. And who was asking him to support a group like the Black Lives Matter movement? Probably by far one of the most controversial groups in this country. Why the heck would we want to support them for? Why do we think this group is associated with not only protesting, but also violence, destruction? Like, these people burn down buildings, ransack stores, and he thinks people are basically good for and just, yeah, it's just not that good. Just my honest opinion, anyways. Yep. Well, the other thing else I could talk about is the stuff that the Warner Bros. Discovery merger basically is doing, where they apparently decided to axe a bunch of titles from the HBO Max line, about 50 series, and from what I heard, they never told people behind the series that the series can cancel. Nope, they never did. And according to one person, they basically said that with this, the HBO Max streaming service just imploded. Which, given the fact they canceled 50 series, yeah, that's definitely true. And the fact that there could have been various other things. And the fact that various movies have been axed for apparently for no for some stupid reasons. Like the Batgirl film, for example. This one was near completion, from what I heard when it was canceled, when they shelved it. And from what I heard from test screen audiences, from what I heard from somebody who mentions basically secondhand, I heard this information, second, third hand, that the test screen audiences were pretty negative about this movie, where the Batgirls movie was heavily chastising the Michael Keaton Batman for no reason. The Flash movie has been rumored for some time to get in the axe, but they can't cancel it because basically it's costing too much money. The fact also that it comes to the movies now, unless your names are Batman, Aquaman, or Wonder Woman, or Superman, obviously, then unless you have these other, we have these big budget movies. That stupid thing that they decided to do, which, yeah, I think it's quite dumb on their part. Now, I have honestly not seen DC Animated movies. The last one I saw was about 6 years ago, which was just like Dark. That was the last one I've seen. I have not seen the ones that came afterwards. I think actually I did see one, and that was Batman the Killing Joke, but that was simply it. I'm trying to think, was anything else? Not particularly, no. DC has not had a problem with artists as putting bad artists in books like Marvel tends to do a lot of the time, where they put some really good artists and put out some really bad artwork. DC has not had that issue at all. Nope. Not that I can think of, no. I've never come across any bad books when it comes to artwork. Yeah, all the artwork I've seen have been pretty good. I've never seen nothing bad per se. Marvel does that, but not DC. No, not really. Anything else bad from DC I can think of in the past like year and 9 months? I'm trying to think. Well, I know that the whole thing when they had John Kent out of as gay, there was confusion over the damn thing because people thought they would count Clark Kent as gay, but no, it was his son John. Now, in my honest opinion, I don't have really big issue with it at all. It's just that DC should have clarified which one it is. I think that was actually their fault in that part. Yes. Was there any series I kind of felt this though should have been canceled, like Marvel tends to do for some stupid reason? There was a couple I could have seen continued. I would love to see the Robin series continued. The one Josh Williamson was doing, along with Joker, because both series are really good. But DC doesn't usually axe books very much at all. They don't. Marvel does it way too much. Some, after just only releasing 5 issues, 5 issues, axed. Yeah, it's like some series are on a 5-issue limit, and if they don't sell what they think they should sell, just axe the book. Because Marvel's had this really big problem the last few years where they axe books at this really short period of time, and they do not announce ahead of time it's going to be a limited series. DC does not have this issue at all. Like, if they say the series is going to be limited, they say it's going to be limited. They don't lie to the public about it. Yep. But not much to say about this stuff. But if you feel that I basically missed something bad that DC has done in the past, like, year and 9 months, please feel free to list in the comments below, because I list off some of the big ones that, well, I think are big ones that DC has done that's been pretty bad. Because some of the other stuff basically DC has done in the last year and a half, at least by year and 9 months, I've actually kind of enjoyed. I love the stuff DC in front of Frontier. I mean, those are the 2 big things I didn't like very much. I love the direction the Bat books are going, the main regular Bat books. I loved the fact that, here's the thing about the last couple of years, like, guess how many crossovers we had, like, really company-wide ones? Like, 1. Like, last year we had only 1 crossover from DC Comics, and that was just Fear State. And that was it. And you're scratching like, really? That was the only one? Yep, that was the only one. This year we had Dark Crisis and Shadow War. And that's it. That's literally all they've done in the past couple years. I'm glad they really trimmed back on all the crazy amount of crossovers that they do. Because Marvel just keeps putting out crossovers like crazy. I've listed off my issues with Marvel, despite the fact I still read them, because I enjoy some of the stuff they put out. But I think that probably by far the book that people hate the most right now is probably the Current Amazing Spider-Man book. That's probably this is some people I've heard, it's considered to be the worst comic at Marvel Comics right now. I could basically list up various problems with that book right now, but I'm not going to list off here. I'm going to end it right here. So that's this particular video. Next up is going to be Black Clover. Yes, Black Clover is going to be next. Okay, next video. Bye.